If you're looking at the Moondrop Starfield because of its hype and that stunning iridescent shell, stop. You're in the right place because I'm going to show you the real problems no one is talking about. But here's what surprised me. This isn't a simple bad review. Therefore, the real truth is far more frustrating. For the best price, click the link in the description. Let's be clear. At $129.99, the Moondrop Starfield sits in a brutal price bracket. It's the awkward teen at the audio party, too expensive to be an impulse buy, but constantly compared to giants. And with a 4.1-star Amazon rating, it's clearly doing something right for many people. So why am I telling you not to buy it? Open loop. It's not about one catastrophic flaw. Therefore, it's about a series of small, grating issues that add up to a big headache for the wrong listener. I bought these, used them for months, and I'm here to save you from potential regret. First, the undeniable good stuff. Because we have to be fair, the build quality is objectively fantastic. That cast alloy CNC milled shell feels dense and premium in the hand. The iridescent paint finish, it absolutely shimmers like a starry sky. It's a jewelry-grade aesthetic. The included silver-plated cable is also a nice touch, way better than the cheap rubber spaghetti you usually get. And the sound. For a single dynamic driver, the technical specs are impressive. Moondrop boasts ultra-low nonlinear distortion below 0.05% for natural timbre and detail reproduction. And in many tracks, you hear that. But here's the first major but. Therefore, the tuning is a double-edged sword. Moondrop famously follows a Harman-inspired target. Translation: it aims for a scientifically correct sound signature. This means a boosted bass shelf, a dip in the mids, and an elevated treble. For some, this sounds exciting, detailed, and modern. For others, like myself after long sessions, it sounds weirdly hollow in the mid-range. Voices and guitars can lack body, feeling pushed back behind a veil of bass and sparkle. It's like listening to a beautifully polished recording that forgot the soul in the middle. Joke 1. It's the audio equivalent of a photoshopped model, flawless in a technical sense, but somehow you miss the human imperfections. Now, the comfort problem. Those gorgeous, intricate shells, they are not universally friendly. The nozzle is brass, CNC milled and replaceable, which is cool for maintenance. But its shape and size can be a real ear gatekeeper. If your ear canals are on the smaller side, prepare for a wrestling match. I've had cheaper IEMs that disappear in my ears. The Starfields, they constantly remind you they're there. It's not always pain, but it's persistent presence. After an hour, that premium metal starts to feel less like jewelry and more like a tiny, beautiful ankle monitor for your ear. Many promise. This leads directly to the biggest practical flaw. Therefore, let's talk isolation, or the lack thereof. For an in-ear monitor at this price, the passive noise isolation is surprisingly mediocre. Because of the fit issues and the venting necessary for that dynamic driver, a lot of ambient noise creeps in. Trying to use these on a bus or in a noisy coffee shop, you'll be cranking the volume, defeating the purpose of hearing subtle details. It's frustrating. You pay for precision, but the world's noise is invited to the party. It's like buying a high-end telescope but trying to use it through a slightly dirty window. Open loop. And this connects to an even bigger value question. The competition is ferocious. In the $100, $150 range, you have killers like the Lechuor S12, the 7HZ Timeless, and various stellar offerings from Truthier and Simgit. Many of these use planar magnetic drivers, offering insane detail retrieval that can make the Starfield's single dynamic driver sound polite, almost boring in comparison. The Starfield isn't bad, but it's no longer the undisputed champion it once was. It's a veteran player in a league now full of younger, faster rookies. Joke 2. Reviewing the Starfield now feels like being a food critic who has to keep talking about a good, but not great, burger from 2019 while everyone else is eating gourmet sliders. Let's dissect that replaceable nozzle system. Moondrop touts this as a big feature, easy replacement if the filter gets blocked. In theory, brilliant. In practice, how often do you actually clog a filter? I've never done it in years of using IEMs. It feels like a solution hunting for a problem, while more common issues like cable connector wear or driver failure aren't addressed. It adds a point of potential failure for a minor benefit. It's like a car company boasting about its easily replaceable ashtray in an era where nobody smokes. Back to sound, because that's the core. The Starfield's bass is good. It's punchy, extends decently, and is well controlled. But it lacks the visceral, textural slam of some competitors. The treble is clear and has sparkle, but it can get a touch sharp or sibilant on poorly recorded tracks or with certain vocals. The famous Moondrop dip in the upper mids is the real personality trait. It creates a sense of air and separation, but it can also make music sound less engaging, less intimate. It's an analytical sound that sometimes forgets to have fun. Therefore, if you want your music to emotionally grab you, this might not be the tool. Now the cable. It looks beautiful, matching the starry theme. The start-twisted structure is supposed to reduce interference, but it's microphonic. Touch it, and you hear the noise travel right into your ears. It's also a bit stiff. So you have this gorgeous, premium-feeling cable that transmits every brush against your shirt like a telegraph. You might find yourself spending even more money on a third-party cable to solve a problem that shouldn't exist at $130. It's an unforced error. Who then should actually buy the Moondrop Starfield? Here's the resolution. If you are a beginner coming from cheap earbuds and your priority is a non-fatiguing, relatively balanced, and technically competent sound with breathtaking looks, the Starfield can be a great introduction. It's a gateway drug to better audio. But if you are an enthusiast who already knows your preferences, or if you need strong isolation for commuting, or if you want the most technical detail for your money, look elsewhere. The value proposition has eroded. Joke 3. The Starfield is like your friend's reliable but unexciting Honda Civic. It'll get you to work, but you're constantly eyeing the newer, faster cars on the highway. Let's talk about long-term durability. The paint. That gorgeous, iridescent, starry sky paint. There are numerous reports online of it chipping and wearing off over time. For a product that sells itself on its aesthetics, this is a fatal flaw. The shell might be metal, but the finish seems fragile. Imagine spending $130 on a piece of audio jewelry only to watch it slowly fade and chip with normal use. It's heartbreaking. This isn't a maybe, it's a well-documented issue in the community. Therefore, that premium feel has a built-in expiration date. So, what are the alternatives? If you love the Harman tuning but want more detail and a different tech, the 7HZ Timeless is often found around this price. It's a plainer magnetic beast for detail. If you want better isolation and a more engaging vocal-forward sound, the Truthier Hexa is a stunning value. If you want bombastic fun, the Letuor S12 delivers. The point is, you have options. The Starfield no longer exists in a vacuum. It has to fight, and in many areas it gets outpunched. My final verdict: the Moondrop Starfield is not a bad product. It is a beautifully built, competently tuned IEM that has been surpassed by the market it helped create. Its problems are a collection of annoyances, fit issues, mediocre isolation, a potentially hollow midrange, a microphonic cable, and fragile paint. Together, they create a product that is hard to universally recommend in 2024. It's a legend, but legends often get remembered as better than they actually were. Joke 4. Recommending the Starfield today is like telling someone to buy a flip phone because it has a great antenna. The core function works, but you're missing out on everything that came after. Therefore, should you buy the Moondrop Starfield? Only with very specific conditions. If its looks hypnotize you and you prioritize a safe, inoffensive sound above all else, and you'll mostly use it in quiet environments, then maybe. But for most people searching for the best $130 IEM, the answer is a regrettable no. Look at the competition. Do your research. Your ears and your wallet will thank you. If after all this, you still want to check the price and make your own decision, I've got you covered. For the best price on Amazon, click the link in the description below.